Hello and welcome everyone. This is James Bishop with SmartTrader here today. I wanted to do a quick audio check before we begin in about 20 minutes. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, and please give me a Y or yes in the question box and let me know that you can hear everything. Perfect. Now I am going to switch the screen and change it to a picture of myself. If you can see that your screen has changed, give me a Y or yes, and let's make sure everything is working audio and video-wise. Perfect, Mike. Thank you, Sebastian, Terry, Alfredo, Barry, Kizoto, Terry. Perfect. So we will begin promptly at 1:05 p.m. Eastern. We have quite an agenda to go over. I'm really excited to share with you a lot of great information that could really just impact how you trade and how you look at the market. One of the things that I want you guys to do right now is grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, write down some questions that you're going to have for me. I don't just trade one market. I trade multiple asset classes, and I'm willing to answer any question that you have for me. And I actually have one of my coworkers and my one of my really close friends, Brian Cobb, is going to be in the room with me, answering questions as well that I can't get to. But I promise, if there is a question that you have, I will want to cover it. So make sure you have them down and ready to go when we begin at 1:05 Eastern. Thank you all. Look forward to seeing you in just a short bit of time. Hello, everybody. This is James Bishop with SmartTrader. I wanted to do a quick audio check. I was having a little bit of audio issues there just a second ago. So if you can hear the sound of my voice and see that your screen just changed, give me a Y or yes in the question box. Mark, thank you. Kelly, thank you. John, thank you. Wow, great to have so many people in here today. Dean, wonderful. Dean, do you own Snell Golf Balls? Because that's the same owner of that company, and I'm a huge fan. Unfortunate. I was gonna angle for some free golf balls. I lose them enough. All right. So let's see here. Somebody saying computer screen did not change. Let's try that one more again. How about now? Everything changed over? Perfect. So our audio is working. Our video is working. Guys, first and foremost, I want to thank you all for being here today and taking the time out of your busy schedule to join me to learn a little bit more about SmartTrader and what it can do for you. My name is James Bishop. I'm a client relation manager with SmartTrader. To give you a little bit about my background, I've worked with a lot of people in this room and helped develop a lot of successful traders. I've been a mentor to thousands of traders around the world. I've been with Market Traders Institute and SmartTrader for some time now. I'm decided to go back to university and get my MBA. It's kind of always been a goal of mine to pursue that. Getting married in less than 3 months. I've mentored thousands of individuals. My man Steve's out here. Great to see you, Steve. And I'm really excited to be here today to kind of show you some of the tools and tips that SmartTrader has in store for you. So without further ado, let's kind of run through this agenda really quick. We're going to have our top tools for technical analysis. We're going to how to link your trading account, right? We're going to how to place trades, how to customize indicators, what is the best SmartTrader package for me, and as always, I'm going to have a live Q&A. Many of you guys in here are familiar with me, and that's great, and many of you are not, which is even better, because what I want to tell you is this. I am a true trader. I trade the Forex market, the crypto market, options. I have been trading them for some time now, and I want to tell you that any question is open. All right, you are allowed to ask any question. I'll read it out loud. If you don't want me to put a name behind it, just say, hey, don't say my name or no name. That'll work for me. Now, let's talk about the 3 types of people that are in this room with me today. First, there are the new people. You guys are some of our SmartTrader basic users. You haven't upgraded to the elite package yet. You are just getting into trading, and you guys are looking for the how. You know, how do I begin trading? How to use charts, and how do I become successful? How many do I have in here that are new traders? Just type new in the question box if you're a new trader or identify in that. Sajil, Will, thank you as well. James, David, Don, Fitzroy, Linda, Thornton. Totally new, says Raphael. That's wonderful. Wade, thank you. Shiv, thank you. Chris, thank you. Guys, it is absolutely amazing, okay? Then we have my next group of traders in here, which I call the confused, right? You sit there, you look at your trade, and you're like, what the heck just happened to this? Or what just happened to that? Or how in the world did the Euro Aussie fall so much and then continue to fall when it should have pulled back? It hit a D-extension. Or how am I doing every time I get in the market goes against me, right? You guys are looking for the how as well, but you're looking for kind of a different how. How to increase your success, how to gain confidence, and do I really have the right tools in my tool belt? Give me a confused, or just type in CF if that's you. Sebastian, Walter, thank you. Wonderful. I mean, I can't even keep up with the names. Kingsley, Latha, Jerry, Lynn, Joe, Don, Raymond, Edwin. Wonderful, guys. Thank you so much for being so responsive. And lastly, we have the successful, right? You guys you're seeing success. You know what you're doing. You're confident in your trading, but you always know that there's a little bit of another edge that you can gain on trading. Maybe you made 20% in your returns last month, and next month your goal is to make 22%. Maybe you're looking to make 30, 40% next month, right? How many of you in here are like that? How many of you in here are looking for that edge to gain? Type in success if that's you. Mike says it's me. Strider says it's me. Dennis says it's me. John says it's me. I have the John Maxwell in here because there is no other, right, John? Wendy says it's me. Jerome says it's me. Waleed, wonderful. Guys, these are who I have in this room, and today we're going to be covering how SmartTrader can fit into all of you, okay? How it can fit you all, how you all have something to gain from SmartTrader, and we're going to be just going over some of the key features within it. And so without further ado, let's jump into it. So let me bring up my SmartTrader here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to smarttrader.com. And if you haven't logged in, you're just going to need to click log in over here. I've already logged in. Now, the first thing you do when you see this is you see this great, what you call B-reel footage. You can click here to enter a symbol. You can see some just very basic things down here. But then you have trading ideas. You have an economic calendar and market watch. Then you have down here plans, features, FAQs, partnerships, things like that you can get into. We're going to go into all of that here today, but let's go ahead and first and foremost jump into the charts, all right? So here I have set up several wonderful pop-up notifications. Here I have set up several just cryptocurrency charts. Here's Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, and Zcash. Some of these I'm in, some of these I'm not. I like to keep tabs on them. I'm down a ton, but I will be, I think that I'll be able to at least break even, if not make some money out of the trades that I'm in. Now, if I want to switch to a different tab, I just keep these tabs open and I just leave them there. And I actually have them color-coded in black for a specific reason, because I want them to look completely different than my other charts. So what I have over here, this is just 4 Forex charts. I have various systems and indicators added onto them, and we're going to be covering how you can add indicators and things like that to your charts to help you become more successful. Then I have over here, I do have charts where I typically look at stocks as well. So I will bring up, let's take a look at Apple, right? And I'll leave charts on equities in this window, and that way I have a Forex, a crypto, and an equities section. Now, the beautiful part of having an unlimited or elite user subscription to our charting platform is you're able to open up an unlimited amount of charts as well as an unlimited amount of workspaces. So today, why don't we just add a workspaces? We'll add a workspace. Tony, my man, stick with me. I'm going to show you that literally right now. All right? So I'm going to open up a new workspace. So all I click on is this plus symbol, click new workspace, and I'm going to type in Forex gold. All right? Tony asked me, can you get gold on these charts? All right? So the first symbol I want to enter is, let's just take a look at Euro USD. So there's the Euro US dollar, and I can actually select a template. I can do presentation. I have all of these templates that I can use, but I'm just going to leave it blank for now. And then I'm going to add an additional, and I'm going to click add. Now, this has the Euro US dollar. So how do I add another chart? Well, I can either click on new chart or this little button here that'll let me allow and configure my chart layout. So I'm going to click on this one that has 4 charts, and I'm going to add XAU, which is gold. I'll add XAG, which is silver, and then I'm just going to add the US dollar index as well. which is just US dollar. Now I can go ahead and I can select my time frame. I'll just keep them all on a daily for now, just to keep it consistent. And then from there, I click Save. And now you have the first Euro USD chart, the XAU chart, the XAG chart, and the US dollar chart. Let's say I wanted to rearrange these, all right? I click this chart layout, and let's say I wanted my first chart to be the Euro USD, and then I wanted silver down here. Now I have, you see, US dollar, Euro USD, XAG, and XAU. If I hit save, everything flips over. Okay? Can you show how to create a template? Absolutely, Edward. We're going to do that right now. All right, so here's my workspace. I have it all organized, how I'd like to have it organized. So I'm going to open up this Euro US dollar chart. And there's a few things I want to change about this chart just to make it simple and easy to see. So I'm going to go right click on it, and I'm going to click on chart settings. The first thing I want to do is I want to increase the font size. Not a problem. I want to take off the grid. So instead of seeing the grid, I'm just going to make the grid white. If I wanted to add, let's say I wanted to make the background gray, right? I just change the grid to the same color gray and then hit save. Now I have a gray chart, but I really don't like that look because, you know what, the candles, they just don't pop out at me. So I'm going to click on my chart settings again, and I'm going to, instead of changing that to the dark gray, I'm going to do a softer gray and see if I like that one a little bit better. And I hit save. That looks good. It's not so bright it's blinding. It's not, absolutely, you can use a black background with white lettering like I did for my cryptos that you saw just a little bit ago. Yes, this webinar is being recorded, so not a problem for that. How to move around the chart again, we'll jump back to that. So I like this gray background. I like my font size. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this as a template. And I'm going to call this template, let's call it test 10.9 and hit save. Okay? So now I go over to this other chart here with the right background. I open it up, I right click, and I go apply template. Here's my templates, and here are templates that I have access to as a premium user. Okay? So if I own the target trading strategy, I can click a button and it'll apply everything to it. But here's my test 09. All I do is click that, and I can apply it to the current chart, the current workspace, or all workspace. I want to apply it to the current workspace, and I hit apply. Boom. Just like that, you can see all of our charts are at that light gray color with the increased font size. Did everybody see how easy that was? So Dave asked me really quick, how do we move around the charts? Dave, you click on Manage Layouts, click on your layout, and all we're going to do is we're going to slide this up. I'm going to slide this up, and then it shows me a preview of what it looks like, and I hit Save, and it flipped those charts around. All right. Steve, I'm not exactly sure. I know for at least the next 24 hours, you'll be able to use the same link to watch a recurring. Where is the cursor? Let's see here. I don't know. Let me see if I can change my cursor to be larger. So I'm going to slow down my cursor. 1. And pointers, let's see, can I make it, let me go pointer options, No. Wheel, no, no. So it'll just move slower now for people to see. All right. Great. How did you get the dollar chart? You just type in US dollar. That's it. Again, guys, don't worry about catching every little thing here because this will be recorded and you can use the link. All right. There is an agenda. You guys need your time. I want to give you the time today, but I want to make sure we do get through several things here today. All right. So next thing I want to do is let's go into adding an account. Okay. We're going to click on Manage Accounts, and I'm going to click the Add button. Now, just before this presentation, I opened up a brand new demo account for this specific purpose. I opened it up with Forex.com, and it's Demo 106. Let me bring up my username and password here. All I do is copy my username, copy my password, and I'm going to nickname this Dummy2. And I'm going to hit Connect. Now, it's connecting. It notified me that it's successful and that I can trade from this. Now, I can toggle between default and not default on this. For this, I'm going to leave the SmartTrader demo account because SmartTrader has a built-in demo account. Why not use it, right? Why not use it? Denzel, you'll probably have to ask them that, but I don't believe that you can because FXCM is a Forex broker. So I'm going to click on default. It is turned on. I'm going to click add, and then all I have to do is click the X. Now, whenever I want to place a trade, I'm going to right click and hit place order just to show this, right? I can select which account I want to use. Now, if you have an elite version of SmartTrader, if you're one of our elite users, you have the ability to connect 6 accounts. That's right, Brian, right? 6 accounts, right? For those of you in here that don't know, I do have Brian Cobb in here as backup. He's answering questions for me as we speak, and if you hear me referring to him every once in a while, he's just in the room here with me listening to this. So you have, if you are an elite user, you have the ability to add 6 accounts. Why you need that is totally your discretion, okay? So you're getting some love from the room, Brian. So let's go into a couple of other quick things in this little panel, okay? If you ever need to change your alerts or want to see how many alerts you have, this little clock right here is your alerts. Here's a history of all the alerts. Here is any current alerts. So I want to be notified when Ripple is crossing a price point, a certain price point, and it's running and it's active, and it'll let me know as the moment it has. This $ is anything you need to do with your accounts. If you want to see your orders info, it'll pop up right there. If you want to place an order, you can click that. You also have the ability to share ideas, and we're going to talk about that really quick, but I'm going to run through this. So you can share a workspace as an idea, a chart as an idea, or you can manage your ideas as well. Again, this is how you edit your chart layout and how you add new charts and new workspaces. Let's talk about ideas really quick. This is an extremely unique feature to SmartTrader that I love. So we are partnered with Market Traders Institute and have access to a lot of their analysts. And as well as you guys can publish these ideas. These ideas are trading ideas from everybody, whether it's analyst T.N. Crick or Tyson Clayton or Jesus Reyes, or it can be from Northern Forex Trader. I don't know who he is, but let's see what he has to say. All right, I'm going to click on his idea. Below is a description. He says, monthly direction is long daily trend line, break at yellow line, 1 hour trend line breaks at blue line for buying opportunities. Daily high at 1.32975. Now it'll load his chart, and then I can play through his idea. I also can import this idea to my charts. So I click on one button, and it opened up a new workspace, and here is his trading idea loading up right now, okay? So his trading idea will load up there, and give me a second here. And let's go back to ideas. Just download this one, and it's loading up there, and we'll be able to see where his trading ideas were, all of his technical analysis. I can see supply and demand because I'm a supply and demand user. I can see all of the trading opportunities that exist here within SmartTrader. This is an amazing tool for those of you that aren't using it, because you have access to all other trading ideas within Analysts on Demand or whatever classes you may be in. Now, you're saying to yourself, you know what? I only want to see certain ideas. Not a problem. What you can do is you can sort and filter out, hey, look, I only want to see Aussie-US ideas on a 1 hour time frame that came out within the last week. Okay, there were none there. So let's, within the last month and today, we can add on other pairs as well until one of them pops up. And then if we need to, we can clear our filters as well. We also can go to viewed and liked ideas. And then if you want to search ideas, let's say you want to just look at Tyson Clayton's ideas, you can search specifically for his ideas. So let's get out of that. Let's go ideas again, clear those filters. So here they all are. I'm going to look up TCLAYTON. I search for him, and these are all of his ideas for quite some time. So let's take a look at this one. It loads up. Now this was published a while ago, well, about several minutes ago, and I can play through it and see what has occurred, okay? I can see where the market goes to and what's been going on from his technical analysis. So he called this the buy zone. He said anytime you want to be in here, you want to buy to this level here, and then as it's pushing its way back down. So you have the access to all of these people only if you're one of those elite level users. Let's get back to the charts again, all right? It's a little bit about ideas. So Patricia says, when a tutor saves 20 currency pairs, how do you open the chart saved in ideas for the other currencies behind the front one? Patricia, you would just go into ideas and you would load the workspace. So if you search for Tyson, it would load all charts for that. Let's see. Gene says, how do I connect SmartTrader to it? Gene, the SmartTrader demo account is already in there for you for free. Perfect. Not a problem, George. It is. Don't worry about that. So now let's talk about one other big feature before we get into the technical analysis side of things. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to add and show you guys this panel feature. All right. So this is your default panel right here on this side. If you can't see it, there's a little arrow right here. It's highlighted in blue. You click on that and it'll pop out and you should see the panel. From this panel, you can trade. You can switch your accounts. You can change your lot sizes. You can change the instrument that you're trading as well. You can adjust your stops. You can adjust your limits. Now, I will tell you this. This is one of the smallest features, but I am such a fan of it. Instead of me having to remember price points, let's say I wanted to, and I'm going to do this on my demo account. This is not a real trade. I don't know what's going on. I have done no analysis, okay? So Jill, I'm not sure how to make my mouse any bigger. I'm just not sure. I can try one other thing. I would love for you to see it, but let's slow it down. Apply. Let's see. I can do this. Is it easier now? So, I didn't even know you could change mouse colors. Let's do that real quick. Pointers, pointer options. Oh, here we go. Apply. How's that? Is that a little easier now? So, what I was just showing here was over here, we have a little double arrow that will collapse and bring open a side window. This gives you a panel. Fernando, we're going to go over the crosshair tool. Do not worry about that. I promise to get to that, okay? On this panel right here, we have all of our trading. And what I was saying is, let's say I wanted to put in 50 pips here. As long as I have this selected, it automatically knows from the point of entry where I've put that. So I'm going to set 50 pip stop and let's say 100 pip limit, and let's say I'm just going to buy this. And I hit OK with my SmartTrader demo. So here it is on this chart. There's my entry. There's my take profit or my stop, but I forgot to put in the take profit. If I double click this, right, all I did was bring up the bottom panel down here, which shows my position. I double click on the order, and this window pops up. And I can click 50 pips or 100 pips, and it will calculate the rate automatically from my point of entry. I hit OK, and there is now my entry in light green, my stop in red, and my exit in dark green. It does not, Blaine, not yet, but that's a great idea. Now, I do like that idea. So, but that would be getting into so much other stuff. So you are able to edit your positions down there, and to collapse that window, it's gone. Now, the SmartTrader window panel over here has a couple of other cool features. This is my market watch, and I'm just going to close out a few of these, okay? Just to show you guys a couple of things. So let's say you want to watch a few Forex pairs. All you need to click on is click on Forex, enter in the symbol. Let's say it's USD Swiss franc, CHF. You click on that, and it adds that to your panel. You can also create one for stocks if you want, and you can add ticker symbols to this. So let's say you want to look at Amazon, you want to look at Google. They just had a big announcement with a lot of new products coming out. Tesla, we all know what's going on there with Elon Musk. Netflix. So I have my fangs up and several others. And looking at this, and this will constantly update. And now, let's say I wanted to open up a chart of that. I double click on that, and it changes whatever chart I'm on to that either ticker symbol or back to that currency pair, letting me know. Boom. Let's see. How do you move the up and down on the list when there are too many to see? Great question. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to add a whole bunch of these. Let's go Forex. I'm going to get there eventually. Getting close. All right. So now the list is too large to see in one window, right? You just stick your cursor over it and scroll up or scroll down. That's it. All right. So Tony asked a couple of questions. Yes, you have the NASDAQ. You have stocks listed on the NASDAQ. You have stocks listed on the Dow Jones. You do not see the full index. What you'll see, you'll have to use the ETF. Okay. You'll use the Diamonds DIA for the ETF for the Dow, and QQQ, which is the triple Q for the NASDAQ. Now, something that a lot of people don't know about is down here. Okay? Yes, Mike, you can add and switch the pairs around if you want to put them in alphabetical order, as you so choose. But down here, there is another radial button. If I click that radial button, it flips over to an economic calendar, giving you all of your news coming out, Forex news coming out, and then it curates news based on the pair you're on. So if I switch this to pound USD, it switched the news to pound USD. I can search the news for, let's say, Tesla, right? And it'll show me news based on Tesla. Now that's on the radial button down here at the bottom. Does everybody see this down here? I'm going to use a pen and I'm going to circle it. Does everybody see that? Give me a wire yes if you do. I want to make sure that you guys are getting some of this. Now, I love the news and I love the economic calendar. That lets me know, hey, be aware of certain things coming out, here soon. All right? Now, that's well and good. But what if I want to make my own custom one? What if I wanted a market watch with the news and an economic calendar with the trades, right? What you can do is you can create your own new panel. So I'm going to click, all I did was come down here. Let me show you how I did that. I clicked on this button here, add new panel. It allows me to choose which widgets I want to put on there. So I want my economic calendar at top. I want my market watch below, and then I want my trading panel below that. I click the over radial, and I can add in the alerts. I can add in news, and I can add in, let's say, something else, and click save. Now I have this labeled as panel 2, but on panel 1, here's my economic, here's my Forex market watch, here's my trading panel, and then I click the radial, and there's my other 3. This feature I love for a ton of reasons. I don't want to take the time to go searching through the news to find something that I need to know. If I want to know something about PayPal, I want to know it right now. I don't want to know it when I find it on Bloomberg or something like that. Okay? So this is a very intuitive thing. It allows you, it helps you curate news and fundy announcements to your trading. Now you can click on the settings tab and you can delete certain things off of your panel. And then you'll be left with just, you can modify anything that you want to do. All right? So that panel is a very key feature to your trading. So let's flip back to that Euro USD. And here's my trade. Let's see what's going on with it. Well, I'm a little bit down. How down am I? Well, 1.9 pips. That's not a problem, right? Since that was an accidental trade, let's just close it out. Now, I have several ways I can do that. I can click on the chart and close it out. I can open my panel here at the bottom, and I can click an X and hit OK, and I'm out. All right? Dan, why are you muted by the organizer? Dan, I have 230 individuals in here, and everybody can't talk at once. So what I want you to do, Dan, is if you have questions, type them in this question box for me. Doug, I am not sure. I will check on that for you. So I'm going to hide this trading panel, and I'm going to go through some other key features that SmartTrader has in it and how to use them properly. One of my favorite features is the Smart Tools. The Smart Tools are found in the top row, A, B, C, D. Right? We have Smart Fibs, Smart Trend Lines, Smart Support, Smart Resistance, Smart Pivots, Encapsulations, Candle Overlay, which I'm going to demonstrate this here in a second. And so let's go and start with our Smart Trend Lines. All right. If I just come to the bottom of a trend, all I have to do is click one button. One button. That's it. We're going to talk about that, Sasha. Give me a second, okay? Give me a second. I promise to get to that. Now, there is my innermost trend line. How do I draw any other trend lines? Well, I come here. There's my outer trend line, and there's your current trend line. Okay. Johnny says, how do you compress your chart? It's scrolling up and down. That's it. You can do it on a trackpad. You can use it on your iPad, and you can actually pinch the charts together or zoom in by spreading your fingers apart. I use SmartTrader on my iPad a lot. There's nothing like laying in bed trading because I'm too lazy to get up to take the 5 steps to my laptop that's sitting next to my bed. Is what it is, but thank goodness for technology. So let's show you guys Fibonacci's. Now, before I do that, I'm going to show you the old way. Back in my day, when we walked uphill both ways to school, we had to manually draw our Fibonacci's. Now, I know Steve's been with me since this, and this is how we had to do it. You had to first turn on your magnet tool, then you had to grab your Fibonacci, then you had to come to your low and spread it to the right candle at the right point, and then you had to do it again and your right candle, and then you had to make sure you had to come up here to your D extension and go all the way over, and then you had to make sure, okay, is this my 2 to the left, 2 to the right? Yep, okay, there's my D extension there, and then I had to move the chart and do all of this, and it would take forever. And I remember being in live presentations like this, okay? I remember doing live presentations like this, and like I'll accidentally draw it on the wrong candle, and then everybody in the room's like, hey, you put it on the wrong candle, you put it on the wrong candle, and so I'd have to go back and redo all of my analysis. All right, it just made for a pain. So they created this undo button that helped me out, right? It allowed me to do certain things. But then we created Smart Fibonacci's, which, one, it's the biggest time saver I have ever had in trading. Because all I have to do is I click on one button, and just like that, all my fibs are properly drawn for me. I don't have to worry if I've drawn them correctly or incorrectly. It's done. I know it's done, right? It does it from my lowest low to my highest high. Either way, it's absolutely done. Let's see. Not a problem, Sasha. Candle formations, okay? You can actually have SmartTrader find certain candle formations for you. If you want to find all of your bullish engulfing candles, these are highlighted in this different green. Let me do something real quick. I'm going to change my up candle to white, and I'm going to change my down candle to blue, and I'm going to hit OK. You see all the candles that are highlighted in green? those are my bullish engulfing. Let's say I wanted to look at bullish morning stars. That's going to highlight as well. Let's say I wanted to look at my bearish engulfing. That's going to highlight in red. All right, this is a very simple tool to use. It's absolutely amazing. It works so well, and it helps you identify candlestick patterns. Speaking of patterns, Sasha said, "Hey James, you have something on your screen that I don't have on mine, and that is the Smart Patterns tool." You see, a while back, MTI, we've identified the King's Crown, the Head and Shoulders pattern, and we've known about several other patterns that have been around for a long time. Bear crabs, bull crabs, and so many other patterns that help people see that success. So what we did was we created a pattern scanner that'll scan any chart, whether it's stocks, Forex, it doesn't matter. You choose what you want it to scan. You make sure that you have all your parameters set properly, and you hit scan. And like that, it tells you where to buy. So, for instance, this Gartley pattern here was a buy when the market fulfilled down here, and it said buy until you got into that pink area. And that was a clear-cut buying opportunity. It works on stocks. It works on Forex. It works on cryptos. So let's say Apple. All I have to do, again, Smart Patterns, and I click Scan. And just like that, it's very simple. Now, for those of you that stick with me, there's going to be a special fast action bonus later. I'll give you a hint at what it might be able to be, okay? This tool works amazing, okay? Because Don, you do not have that. You do not have it. And for anybody that doesn't have it, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity here in a little bit to get access to it, okay? So let's go over a couple other things, and I want to do something special for you all right now. So I'm going to switch this chart to GBP AUD, and I'm going to create a system, and I want to share and have everybody here see exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to add on a couple of indicators. The first indicator that I want to add on is my average true range. Now, this will tell me how many pips the market has moved in a given period. But I don't like it as in this bottom panel here. I want it underneath this point here. So I'm going to click on the settings. And the first thing I'm going to do is time frame. I want to know on a weekly time frame, and I want to look back for 14 weeks to find what the real true range is. Now, draw type, I don't care about the main series. I don't care about the TR. I don't care about the overbought or oversold. The only one I care about is the main series. And then let me hit save and see what occurs. So now I have this number and this red line. All right, so now I know that, hey, I don't want even any drawings, which would take away the red line. And you know what? Let's put it on panel 1 and hit save. And notice what happened. So this shows me that the pound Australian for the last 14 weeks has moved an average of 328 pips per week for 14 weeks. All right? 328 pips a week for 14 weeks. So that tells me if I know that, hey, if I did a weekly encapsulation and I see it's already moved 400 pips, I know it's not going to be an opportunity I want to take care of. Now let's add on a T3 Tilson. So instead of scrolling through, I'm going to just type in T3 and hit search, and it brings me that one. I'm going to add 2 of those on, and I'm going to type in RSI, and I'm going to add on the MTI stochastic RSI down here. So here's an RSI, and this gives me overbought and oversold. and then I added these two T3 tilsins. So I'm going to make one of them, let's make one of them a 50, and let's see what that does, and let's separate it by color, and let's make it blue. I'm going to hit OK. So this 50 period T3 tilsin is really giving me like, hey, look, if it's above this and I buy and I stay in until it touches it, that's pretty good. That's not bad. And then I can line it up with the crosshair tool. Instead of using my mouse type like this, I'm going to switch over, again, top row to the crosshair. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to say, look, the market needs to sell off a little bit, and then there's a buying opportunity right down here, and then I can buy this and just hold it until it tells me to sell it back and flip-flop like that. Then let's modify this one. Let's change this to a 20 period and hit save and see what happens. So now look at this. If I were to, let's say, buy here and get out here, oops, would that be profitable? Yes or no? All right, let's go back in time sometime and just test it. Let's just scroll back randomly. Scroll back and let's say, all right, here we are, 2013 of April. There's a random time. If I were to buy here and get out here, would it work? Yes or no? All right, so I'm on to something, right? So what I want to do now is let's just mess with a couple other settings because you know what? I don't want to see all of this information. I need chart space is critical for me. So I don't care about seeing the parameters. And who cares about the markers? Because I don't want to see those. And then let's not even show values. So now I have a really clean looking system that potentially does work. There's selling opportunity and buying opportunity. So I have this great group of indicators, but as soon as I open another chart, it's gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this chart and I'm going to click on Save Indicator Group. And I'm going to call this Test System 10.9. Built this for fun. And then I'm going to add that group. Now, let's say I go over here to this silver chart and I click on indicators. I click on my indicators and here is my test system 10.9 that we built. I added it to the chart and there it is. It's its own indicator. It's its own indicator, just like that. Now, guys, we are coming up on the end of this presentation, and I hope you guys have had some fun here today. There's a couple of other things that I wanted to go over. Again, so stick with me till the end of this presentation. But there is something I do want to talk about, and I want to get to some of your questions at the end of it. So as I hope I've demonstrated here today, SmartTrader can really take your analysis to the next level. It helps you find opportunities in the market faster. It helps you trade with confidence. You can analyze the market anywhere. It works on my phone. I talk about using it on my iPad, and you get that social environment to trade everywhere, and to learn to trade together, because that's one of the things that we've known for a long time. Trading is a lonely game, right? We always talk about finding a partner or somebody like that. Well, within SmartTrader, it's going to be its own social community where you'll be able to chat and share ideas and bounce ideas off of people. Now, today, I talked about my 3 types of people that are in here. And I want to give you guys 3 unique opportunities here today. Now, how many of you guys in here have that free version of the charting software? Give me a Y or yes if that's you. Okay, great. Now, all 3 opportunities are going to pop up on your screen, but I want to kind of go through them individually here right now. For those of you in here that are in that free version and you've seen some features like adding accounts and creating custom indicators and custom chart layouts and several indicators on a chart, we have a very special bonus for you to be able to join the Elite program and get a 14-day added bonus for absolutely no additional cost. You're going to pay your $59.95 per month, but you get a 14-day bonus to try out the SmartTrader Elite users. And if you are looking to join the Elite, what I want you to do is type in your phone number with the word basic next to it. That'll tell me, hey, look, when I call you here in a little bit, we're going to go ahead and jump in and just get you access to the Elite with the trial, and so you can start to use this, all right? The next is what I like to call my instant ROI plan. These are for my people who are already Elite, but you're on that month-to-month trial. Now, I call it the instant ROI plan because you're going to be able to save money by purchasing in bulk. Think of it like gas. Right? If you could buy a year's worth of gasoline at $1 a gallon and never have to pay for it again, wouldn't that benefit you in the long run? All you need to do, again, type in that phone number and just put ROI next to that, and that'll let me know that you're interested in that. Now, for any one of my users that type in their phone number with the 1 or 2 year plan, and you're interested in trying out the Smart Patterns tool, I'm going to include that for 30 days as a bonus. So anybody in here that types in their phone number with ROI, gets involved for a 1 or 2 year plan, you're going to get to try this tool out for 30 days as a free bonus. So like John did, Sarah did, Adina did, Luke, David, Muhammad, Kelly, Fitzroy, definitely want to reach out to you. Type in those phone numbers so that myself and Mr. Brian Cobb can reach out to you. Fitzroy, I have you typed in me here. What I need you to do, Fitzroy, for me is type in me. What I'm trying to do, guys, is look, I want to help those that are really ready to take it to the next level and move to that next level of success. And how I plan on doing that is giving you guys the same tools I use day in and day out, right? Devashish, I've worked with you in the past. I know that you're interested in something like this and could use the help. So, Will, thank you for typing in that phone number as well. And lastly, there is an unlimited plan. And what does unlimited mean? Well, basically, you're never going to have to pay for charts again. Now, imagine buying gasoline one time for a small price and being able to just pull up to the pump and fill up whenever you want to. That's exactly what we have here. You're going to get all the improvements in SmartTrader that ever comes with it at absolutely no cost, and all you're going to do is pay a one-time upfront cost. Now, this is for my serious traders, my successful traders, my top-tier people that are like, look, I plan on trading for more than 1 or 2 years. I plan on trading for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. All right? If you want to do that, then all you need to do is type in that phone number, because it doesn't make sense to pay $59 a month for the next 10 years. I mean, look, let's just break it down like this, right? Here's a calculator. Let's do some simple math. 59.95, let's just call it $60, and is what it is. 60 times 12. Looking at $720 a year. Not bad. Times that by 10. That's $7,200 over 10 years. If you were to pay what I'm looking to do for you guys with a very special bonus, an extremely special bonus, then what I want you to do, and a special discounted rate of a very significant discounted rate, you would be able to take advantage of the unlimited program at a very small rate and never have to pay $7,200 for this program. I guarantee it will not be $7,200. Carl, type in your phone number and let's talk about that. David, I'd love to talk to you one-on-one right after this presentation and get in touch with you about it just so you know the number. Tony, thank you for typing in that phone number. I got that. Now, what does it mean to be elite, guys? Again, let's go over those options. You have unlimited workspaces, unlimited charts, unlimited alerts, 5 connected devices, 6 trading accounts, access to trading ideas, all within this program. Absolutely, Steve. That's a great idea and something that we'll take in. Cyrus, thank you for that phone number. Stuart, thank you for your phone number as well. Mohammed, I have your phone number as well. Guys, I will be reaching out to individuals after this presentation, but you're going to be on a priority list, all right? Anybody who types in the phone number will be our first priority. Myself and Brian Cobb will be calling right after this. Denzel, type in that phone number. Let me see what I can do for you. David, thank you for that. Blaine, not a problem. George, thank you for your phone number as well. And continue to keep those phone numbers come in, but as those phone numbers come in, I want you guys, you know what, we'll extend this out for about 10 more minutes, and because we're getting a great amount of interest and phone numbers in here, what I want you to do is ask your questions as those numbers are coming in. Jude, David, Dan, George, thank you as well for typing in those phone numbers. And Carol, thank you. You know, I see George is interested in that unlimited plan. He's like a lot of people out there that realize, look, I don't want to have to give up my profits constantly to just pay for the basic necessity tools, okay? Joan, I'm doing this at a price point that I don't want to advertise, all right? Or sorry, David, I'm doing this at a price point that, you know, some people, it's going to be an extreme discount. Let me just say that, all right? So, David, type in that phone number for the unlimited and just type in unlimited and we'll talk right after this. Sal, thank you for that. Wayne, what you can do is if you buy a year or 2 years or unlimited now, we actually will start that at the end of your current subscription, all right? So Wayne says, hey, look, I'm not done until February. What do I do? Okay. So Ine, I'll definitely answer that in a question after I answer Wayne's. But Wayne said, hey, look, my subscription doesn't end until February. Well, we aren't going to run these concurrently, Wayne, so they won't, you know, your new year won't start today. It'll be ran until you'll pay today, but you will be good until February of 2020 now, because with the special discounted rate that I'm able to offer you today. So I want you to type in that phone number. Not a problem. Thank you for that, Carrie. Sebastian, why my workspaces on my PC are not in your smartphone when you're looking for them. Sebastian, you just have to click on the special workspace area on your smartphone. Because it's a smaller platform, you have to click through your workspaces and scroll through them. David, thank you for that. If you wouldn't mind typing in your phone number, David M, for that. Wayne, looking for that phone number. Joseph, will do. You can use the same link that you got into this webinar to watch the recording. Now, I did have a question from Ine asking about the AB. So I'm going to clear all my indicators off this chart. So Ine, what you're going to do when you're using smart patterns, okay? let's take this uptrend area and only this uptrend. You're going to come to your lowest low. I'm going to use the crosshair tools for this. You're going to come to your lowest low here, and all you're going to do is click on that ABCD tool, come down to the lowest low, and ABCD tool, low, low. The black lines are your AB boundaries. So that is A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. All right? Wayne, thank you for that. The person who just typed in your phone number, I'll say this, it begins with 04. Could you type in your name as well? It says waiting for name, and I don't believe that's your name. How do I link several charts in the same workspace? If you're trying to draw the same, let's say, trend line on 4-pound Aussie charts, let's do this. All right, I'm going to change this to GBP AUD. Let's say I'm going to do this one as a 8-hour, this one as a 4-hour, this one GBP AUD as a 2-hour, and this one GBP AUD as a 1-hour. And I hit save. So all my charts are going to switch over. All right. I'm going to link, I'm going to draw at current price a horizontal line. I'm going to right click on that, and I'm going to hit link objects to all time frames. And as you see, instantaneously, it put that same object on all of that. Okay. Fitzroy asks, how do you change a workspace name? Fitzroy, you can either double click on it and type in, I'll call this one Fitz Special, and click save, or you can just click on the little gear and hit rename. All right. Raymond, thank you for that. Dan, I got your phone number, and David M, thank you as well. Perfect. Now, let's see. All right, perfect. Now, guys, look, we are at 2:10. I did run over. I promised this would only be 45 minutes. I do want to give you 2 quick phone numbers for yourself in order to have access to us. If you ever need to contact us, 1-866-279-2793. Extension 1 is a special tech support line for SmartTrader. Extension 2 is for my team, the customer relations team. So that's how I want to wrap up this presentation, leaving you guys with a little bit of comments there. If you guys have any questions or anything, I'm going to try to do this as a weekly webinar. We'll recover certain things and make sure and recover some of the same system and things like that over and over, so you guys can understand how we're doing, utilizing indicators and things like that, and customizing things, and we'll continue to keep going. So if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us here. Type in those phone numbers. I'm going to leave this presentation open for another 5 minutes. Grab a drink of water, come back, and call a few people that I said that I promised I would call. So thank you all for being here today. I do wish you all health, happiness, and success at trading. And I want to leave you with smart traders make smart decisions. One of the smartest decisions you can make is save yourself money up front on your consistent a need in trading. This is an absolute necessary thing for you to have success in trading, is a great charting platform designed by traders for traders. Wishing you health, happiness, and success. This has been James Bishop and Brian Cobb.